Yeah? Thank you so much. Okay. So I said, we'll do a short round to understand who is here and what's your challenge, so that I can give you a personal answer that maybe surely will benefit the rest of you. So we start here. Your name and your biggest challenge according to that topic. So we're talking about customers and how to attract them, how to get information out of it.
My name is Daya, I come from Slovenia, and my basic issue today or challenge is how to attract more clients.
Okay.
Not just local, but international.
Okay, thank you.
Gilbert from the U.S. We have a startup nonprofit, and we're looking to attract more donors, whether outside of people that we know professionally and personally.
And what is all about the startup?
It's an NGO, sorry.
Yeah.
That basically helps children to receive education, basic needs, healthcare. We've done a few projects in Guyana, and we're looking to expand our network of donors so we can do more for the children of that country.
And how do you do it now? How do you attract funds?
Currently, we're using our past projects as like a way to sort of let people know what we're doing and how they can actually support that. We're really just tapping into people that we know personally, family members, friends, and some businesses that are around us. They've given us, sums of money to help us with our projects, and in turn, we've been able to share, let them know the exact impact that their donations have made.
Okay, thank you. And you can sit there and that's some extra. Hi, sweetie. There is also another place. You can sit there too. Yeah. And take another seat. Okay, thank you. And you are together?
Yes.
Okay, so you're on the same project.
Yes. This is Mohammed from New York. And as Gilbert mentioned, that's our question. But that's our major challenge right now. Fundraising aspect.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm Vaishnavi. I'm actually a student and here at Nucleus.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Manima and I'm also a student. I'm here to observe.
I'm Alapnanda, and I work with the artisans, like
And what's your biggest challenge right now?
the marketing business.
The marketing? Okay.
I'm Shaurya. I'm a lawyer by profession and I have multiple different startups of my own.
Yeah.
The most recent one is an AI platform which will automatically draft agreements and contracts required for other startups and other NGOs and civil society organizations.
International or local?
Currently, we are basing it on domestic law.
Okay.
We are planning to expand it soon. The problem is convincing customers and NGOs to trust an AI over trusting an actual person they can see and all.
Okay. Thank you.
My name is Deera. I'm currently working on starting up my own business, and it revolves around families and how to encourage personal growth within the family and mutual trust and respect.
And what's your biggest challenge?
Well, at the moment I am just learning, and because I haven't studied yet, so my challenge is introducing.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Babika from Manila. I'm passing with you. I'm working on that. My journey is big. Now I'm searching for my platform.
I wonder if you such a great platform. You're searching for where to speak or where to help. What is that you said?
No help. To speak.
To speak. Okay.
And I am tarot card reader. Yes.
Okay. And the biggest challenge, what is that?
My journey is so painful. Now I'm very working on myself.
Okay.
No happiness there. Now I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
My name is Vedna. I'm currently with City challenge right now is really figuring out your career path and what I want to do.
Well, instead of going through that just for the sake of the name of the speech, let's go and try to answer as many questions that you have. And I would like to start with I call it in Europe your spot of greatness, meaning your G-spot. And when I give teachings on find out what your G-spot is, everybody listens. And everybody thinks I'm going to show them some of the physical ones, so no, it's really about the spot of greatness. So what is your spot of greatness? It's a combination of three things. No matter what you do, that's your passions, whatever that may be. So, passions, or if you say, I don't have passions, your interests. So, that's your passions. The other part is your skills. What are you good at? Maybe you're good at numbers, maybe you're good at psychology, maybe you're good at people skills, children, psychology, whatever that may be. Okay? Knowledge. So those are the skills. Speaking different languages, it's a skill that you acquire. And the third part, the most important by the way, is the money. I've met so many people in those 5 days, I think. Do you maybe Yeah, there is actually. Yes. So I met such amazing people here, and they know the passion. They have a mission. But the biggest issue is money. Raising it and being free financially. And honestly, what gives you the money, I will give you some extra tips how to get it. But at the end, when you come across difficulties, it's your passion that will drive. So if you look at this, it's like, if you will make a combination of your passions and skills, you will have a nice hobby. For example, my passion is belly dance. I've learned that once. So that's a hobby. And then once a week, I dance or I teach. And just for myself, it's a hobby. Many people sell their skills for money, meaning you're in a job. 9 to 5, 9 to 6, whatever. So here we are talking about selling your time. Many of you here are the ones who want to be free, entrepreneurial, and go beyond that job situation. My mentor in London 2 years ago, he said to me, darling, if you are in a job, never forget, you know what that means, a job? Just overbroke. You will never ever be totally financially free. Why? Because you have limited amount of time and the salaries are fixed. You can get a bonus for a good work, but you are fixed. Okay, you cannot buy the time. So that's why if you want to have a bigger vision, it's important to tap into your G-spot, which combines the money to it. But if you want to get extra money, what we need to do is develop certain skills. Because those passions you cannot really influence. That's something you are born with. Or shit happens in your life and it drives you into a certain passion. Like for example, you said, I was a victim, so that's my mission. I want to stand there and talk about it. And it's a painful process, but there are other women who've been through the same, and I can empower them. So you finding your happiness, you empower others to find it too. So if you want to earn money on your passion, and sometimes when I talk to students, I talk about make out of your hobby a jobbing. So we shift to jobbing. To have a jobbing, or to find out your G-spot, you need to develop certain skills. And I'll go, first of all, your mindset. To be in the right mindset, you have to work with your passions. Because I meet many men which say, okay, I want to earn 10,000 euros a month, and then I'm okay, and I'll travel and do that thing. So this is not big enough. So we need a bigger drive. Because shit happens and you will have to go beyond that and make it work. So your mindset will determine if you have enough money or not. If you're not earning money in the things you like, at a certain moment you will have to give up. Because we live in a society where we need money. Or you have to go to an ashram or somewhere and pray or whatever. So but if you want to be like part of this society, there is nothing wrong to earn good money. And then you have to understand what the society needs, what are the rules That's the thing. What are the rules that I need to learn to attract more money? And the two things that you need to understand after you know what your G-spot is. Does anybody here know what her G-spot or his G-spot is? Does anybody that understands what is it for me? Because as a startup, in your case, what's the reason that you're starting? Is there a bigger why behind it? Or is it just money?
My own family.
Fun.
Yeah, I started there.
Okay, so that's a very big reason to do something. It drives beyond the money. And now we need to apply extra skills to sell it. Remember, everything in life is sales. Everything. Even me saying to my husband that I'm traveling alone to India, I had to sell that. He's staying now with 2 children at home, and one of them is just 1 year old. So it was a very interesting sales process. But in the end, what is sales? It's about filling in certain needs and pains. But before sales comes marketing. So if you want your marketing to be working, because many of entrepreneurs and me, also NGOs, it's a story for everybody. They don't invest in their marketing, no time, no money, and focus on sales, sales, sales. And it would be so much easier to sell if your marketing was right. What is marketing? Your marketing will work the moment you know who your target audience is. Find out the most important step you ever have to do first, who is my client? And it's a maybe standard question, but not many people I've met in business have really worked on that persona. Who is he or she? How old is he? What does he do? What's his hobby? So think for a moment, who is your ideal client? Especially if you've already been working for a while, you know who's coming to you. So who's that client and what's his pay? So I'll give you a moment to think about and maybe write that down so we can work further on that, because that's the basic. If you don't have that, you cannot sell. So who's your ideal customer? And yeah, what's his real pain problem? He's maybe not searching it with you. In some cases, there is no big problem, but the luxury products, there is a pleasure. So what's their pleasure? What they want to go to? It can be more time, it can be more art, it can be visibility. In your case, I would rather think as your client, let's take a company, their pain, there's not a real pain. It's more about visibility. So it's more like extra marketing that they gain through your project. So there is not a real pain. So what's the pleasure? What are they seeking? Okay? Does everybody has the pain of the customer? If you don't, sure, I can help.
Essentially, the problem that my starter app is supposed to remedy is a lot of NGOs and startups can't actually afford to get a full-time law firm or a lawyer to draft all their agreements and contracts that they will eventually have to go through.
Yes.
And being a lawyer, I can tell you that those drafts don't actually cost that much.
Yeah.
We'll just take an old draft and just change some details and adapt it and send it to you. But we'll still charge you a lot.
Yeah.
Which, again, startups might not be able to afford. So if they have a huge investor, they'll have to go along with whatever draft the investor sends, which might not be very beneficial to them. They won't be able to even afford to get it reviewed. So that would be a proper target audience who can't afford that much but need these. What if I could provide them something at a much cheaper rate, much more efficiently to them, which serves their purpose at that moment?
Voila. So you've got a startup and or an NGO. The pain is the same, is the money. We don't have it, so we need to find a solution, but we still not clean with the advice. So the pain is very clear, so we can build on that. Does anybody else is not clear what's the pain of pleasure is?
Looks.
Right? So tell me more.
How you look to buy anything, people firstly look at yourself, how you are, what you are, what is your economically, physically,
that is okay. So you're targeting women, as I understand.
not only women, Both.
Okay. So both who are a victim of acid attack? No. Okay. So tell me tell me more about yours. Okay, what's your solution then to that problem?
I go straightly to them and speak to them. What is their problem? Speak to me clearly.
Yeah.
Until and unless they can share me what is their problem,
Yeah.
I can't sort it.
Yeah.
What is their problem with me? For buying anything or looking at me, what bothers them? It's like
Well, in this case, it's not about you, it's about your client's pain. So focus on who are you helping. Because if you want more funds and more money, you will have to understand what's inside of this mind and head. Okay? So without that, we cannot build a campaign or a strategy to sell your service. Because most of you are selling service, right? And then you have it. So that's the thing. Because so be clear what's the real pain. Because don't be general. You need to be a good salesperson dares to confront, meaning you dare to push the button there where it hurts. Okay? So what's the real pain? Dare to write it out because this will help you to go beyond the bullshit of I don't know, I have to think about it, you know how it goes. I will send you an email and blah blah blah. But when you know what's the pain, you'll say, darling, I hear you. What are the consequences of not making the right choice today? Okay? So you need to understand and to feel the real pain. For example, my client, I call her Fab because our company calls it Fab Academy, so that's femininity in business. So those ladies, they are in their 40s most of the time, European or Americans, because I have experience, I don't have experience in India, but in those continents, 40s, been through professional career, have 2 children most of the time, teenagers or older, and then what happens? They want to rediscover themselves. They're not happy with the life they're leading. Another 40 years they want to live passionately and wealthy as well. So I know what's her pain, I know what her job is, I know what her hobby is, I know she likes yoga, I know she's mindful, I know she meditates, I know she eats healthy, I know she likes personal development. So that knowing that helps me to give her a right solution. If you don't know that, you make a poll. You contact those people. Go to your potential client and through email, it will not work, go personally or call. And ask those questions. You know what I always do? That's about the customer. If you understand your customer very well, if I meet somebody, I ask everybody, what's your biggest challenge? Because if I know what's your biggest challenge, it helps me give you the right solution and or I back my product, so you cannot say no. There is no one ideal product for everybody. So we've got here, I don't know, 10, 15 people, and everybody has a bit different solution. At the end, we all want more money, more happiness, and help others, right? But approach might be different. So ask your potential customer, what's his biggest challenge? This information is priceless. This information will help you earn much more money than you're earning right now, because you won't be guessing anymore. But you'll be doing like, okay, your problem is money? Okay, tell me what's the strategy. Tell me more about your marketing. Tell me about your sales process. I can help with your sales process. So the client will be like, wow, thank you. So it's not more you selling your product, it's you listening and then you tapping into that. That's why I'm very good at sales. I never sell my program. Nobody knows what's inside the academy. But they know that the moment they're out of academy, their problems are solved. And that's the secret behind it. Just ask, what's your biggest challenge? And it's a very simple question. And then you collect all this information, and based on that, you do your marketing campaign. Because you have different styles of clients, 2 or 3 probably. And then, okay, now you speak their language. Now you speak in their terms and problems. And be like, wow, she gets me. That's what I need. I need to call her, mail her, whatever. You see? So it's not that difficult. Big companies work with marketing bureaus who do this kind of stuff. You don't need to do that. It's enough to call 10 people and get the info. You got 10 different answers, you got an ideal solution for them. Okay? So you got this marketing. So what's a good marketing strategy is first of all understanding the pain, but also the pleasure. We are pain, pleasure driven. All of us in life want to avoid pain and want to go in the direction of pleasure. When you know the pain, then ask the client, or maybe you already know, what's the pleasure? In my case, I'll give you my example so you can maybe relate. My fact has pain of not enough time for children, no time for travel, maybe not enough finances, low self-esteem. Women are quite strict to themselves, very hard to themselves. So that self-confidence is very important. But I know when we build that, when we go to build pleasure, that would be freedom, self-confidence, passion in the relationship, because many have lost that, self-love, that relation with kids, and a successful business. They told me that. I didn't create it. They told me if I do that, that's the solution. So it was very easy to say, okay, what do we need? And then it's my work to fill that in. So what would be the tool that I will use to get that pleasure she needs? So write down 2 or 3 things the pleasure might be of your client, the result they want from your services. Think about it for a minute. That's that result. And speak in their words, don't try to be very fancy. Whatever they will say to you. Maybe more time, more visibility, more success. Be more clear, what does it mean more success? For me, success means time. For others, might be money. Maybe better relation with the kids, as you said, family. Peace as a family. Because honestly, many of us want to have more money. It's not the money we want. Give me an example of what will money give you.
More satisfaction for others. I can give them more work.
Voilà. So you can contribute more and more. What would be the result of money? What does it give to you? Freedom to do what? Voilà. So in this example, I would like to have more money, and that's logical, but it's not for the money you'll do that, it's for to have more time with your kids. See? So that's the pleasure, not the money. So go deeper. What's the real trigger behind it? Maybe a recognition might be also. I often hear when I got money, got this nice car, nice home, and I feel recognized. And that's also okay. If that gives you that confidence, okay. Because it's a certain status. Why do you need that status? Because you want to be more confident, more recognized, and more seen. There's nothing wrong with that, again. Some will say, nah, you have to do more. Living for everybody, no. Take care of yourself first before you can contribute. Okay? So, you've got the pain, you've got the pleasure. Now we need the tools. The tools I cannot help you with. That's your product. That's your service who's helping fill in that pain and pleasure. What you need is to translate that. Your service, like you said, it's translated into that. So if an NGO works with your software, they have this app, they will have this contract, they will save time and money, so that they can invest that money in a nicer project somewhere, I don't know, helping kids in India, I don't know. So this is often the real reason. It's not about saving money, you know. So be a bit of a psychologist. To be successful, you need to be a human person, you need to relate deeper into the needs of your potential customer, which makes it so much easier then to say, okay, let's meet together. So you got the lead, you understand him, potential client. Now you need to convert that client into a happy paying customer, a potential client to a happy customer. So this not happens like that automatically. Sometimes the good marketing does, but not in the beginning, because you don't know it, you don't feel the client that much. Then what I see, many of us will struggle to sell. Because you have this idea, I don't want to be salesy, right? So I don't want to push. And I speak to women and say, oh, I don't want to push. They should come to me. Darling, they won't come to you. Stop being naive. And has nothing to do with you, by the way. You are amazing, and what you do is needed. But people not always know that. There's so much noise in the market. Everybody's screaming, I'm the best, come to me, my fruits are the sweetest. And before you know, people are often naive, and the ones who screams a lot is noticed. And too many people I met now in this 4 or 5 days are too timid. How do you say it in English? Timid. To speak up and scream how amazing they are. That's why I also often say in my seminars, awaken that goddess within, because the goddess speaks up. But it's also for the man. You have to speak up and tell how amazing you are. Without being an ego tripper, without diminishing somebody else. You're not better than, don't say that. But you are the best in what you do. Why? Because you do it with passion. Again, you are in the middle of your G-spot, meaning it drives you beyond the bullshit and problems you will get along the way. So you've got the marketing, and now we have to close the deal. How do we close the deal? Who knows Tony Robbins here? Tony Robbins, yes. Okay, this guy is amazing. And once a year, I go and work as a coach with him. And the thing is, he always says, in life and in business, it's the one who's most certain that wins. So your attitude during the sales will determine the outcome. Not your knowledge, not your product, not your blah blah around it, a nice package, but you. That's why I truly believe you are your brand. People buy into you, and you know that. So being a brand means being certain in that what you do. So when you and I sit on table and across each other, and we talk, and I ask you questions such as, what's the biggest challenge? What have you done about that? What if you don't reach that goal? So write down, what is the worst case scenario, the result of your client not reaching that pleasure? So what's the result of not getting there where they want to get? Write that down. So what's the worst case scenario? It might be you will have to close your startup, lose the money, stop the mission. It might be, as a woman, you stay small, not confident, not be a great role model for your children. It might be you won't be able to help all those other thousands of women who need your help. So it goes beyond you. Okay? So what's the pain of your cost? The pain of it. What's the result of not taking that, not going into the pleasure? So if they haven't met you, don't have the solution, what will happen in their life? Let's say in 3 years, the worst case scenario. Try to describe it. What is the result of shutdown?
The result of shutdown will be I'll have to look up for some other work with them employed and look into a different scenario where they know when.
Maybe I'm not clear in my question. Imagine I'm your potential client. So what are you selling?
Textiles.
Textiles? Okay. And you work with women who make that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you work with, you empowering them to earn their own money. So imagine if you wouldn't, I'm this young lady who needs to be empowered. I'm very creative, I'm very good with my hands. Imagine I'm too scared or too timid to take your help. What is the result for me, for a young woman, not standing up? The result for you? For me. Consequences, important. What are the consequences?
I'll have to work on her more.
You cannot. I say, I don't believe you, I don't trust you. No, I'm not good enough. I don't believe in myself. No. So what is the consequence of my choice in that certain moment? Do you have any idea what could that be? Status quo. Does nature have a status quo, girls? No. You grow or you die. Everything in nature, it grows or it dies. So never ever believe in the status quo. If you're a status quo, you're dying. It's in business, it's in relationship, everything. Or you grow or you give up. So if I'll be that young woman and you want to sell your partnership, you want to work with me, but I don't believe in myself. And I say, okay, no, I don't dare that. Yeah, I'll stay not confident, small. And I will, for the rest of my life, I might regret that we haven't worked together. So try to be clear on the consequences of the choices of your potential clients. This is so powerful. For example, if I'm sitting with this, one of the fabs, I will ask that question. Imagine we haven't met. Imagine you go like you go now, just action, reaction. Nothing has changed. Where would you be in 3 years? And they will describe me. That's very important. That's not you saying what the results are. The client, potential buyer should say to you, okay, if I'm not taking action now, I'll lose my job. I'll get a burnout. I probably divorce my husband because relationships are good. I've lost connection to my kids, by the way. We're not talking anymore. I'll gain extra weight and I'll be depressed. When they say that, I know it's solved. Because she sees that. She sees the result of not actually working on herself. You see? Consequences are the keys to sales. And what I see, people are selling the great picture. If we work together, then you have that. If we do that, then you'll be amazing, you'll be rich, free, whatever. No. This is not the biggest driver. The biggest driver is pain. That's everything that lives wants to go away from pain. And then I say, okay, if you will do that, if you will work on yourself, if you will start working together, what are then the consequences in 1 or 2, 3 years? And then they have another picture. Oh, yeah, by that, I got more customers. I'm finally flew to Bali. I'm doing retreats over there. I finally have passion back in my relationship. I lost 10 pounds and I'm amazing. Okay. And then I will ask, what do you need to get there? And often they don't know. They'll tell you, I don't know, money and time. Often. Money and time. Remember, there is a lot of money in the world. A lot. It's not equally distributed, but there is enough money. And everybody has the same amount of time. Barack Obama and you, the same amount of time. It's how you use it and the priorities you put, okay? So, if you want a person to sign, you know the pain, you know the pleasure, you know the consequences if they don't take any actions. And then it's just up to you to say, okay, I heard you, I see you, I understand you. And I got the good news. I can help you. Are you after that? Really? To solve all that? You have to be honest, okay? I trust that you're an ethical and honest person. If you can't help, you say, I'm sorry. Here is somebody else, they will help you. I can't. So be honest. To serve you on the long term. If you can't help, save money, time, improve the relationship, empower girls, I don't know. If you know you can, you go full out. And as Tony said, it's the certainty that plays the biggest role. Your body language, how you speak, how you connect, and you translate your product or service into their solution. You say, okay, that's what I've written down. You want more passion, more freedom, more confidence, and more money? I can give you that. But you need to work with me. I cannot do it for you. Okay, so if you work with people, they need to work with you. Otherwise, you'll be pulling and pushing, and it won't work. It's very exhausting. And then you say, listen up. That's how I can help you. And you explain about the software. You explain about the project you run. Then you just give the package. And then it's often about the money. What kind of questions or excuses do you get at the end from your experience? Got a solution, everything feels like, yeah, that's a great deal. And what do you get at the end when they need to sign? What kind of questions?
No money.
Does anybody represent, I have no money? Or it's
We don't have the budget this year. We have already allocated money for something else.
Right.
We'll get back to you next year, maybe.
yeah. So that's the most biggest bullshit excuse you'll get. And that's okay. Okay? That's okay. So how I solve that? By getting to know you in the beginning, I will ask you questions. So tell me more about you. So get to know the customer first to understand what's a lot of money for him or her and what's not a lot of money. For example, many of my clients will say, so I'm into personal development, I've been done so many courses, it doesn't really work. So interesting. Because many of them are good. And I will ask like, okay, and they say, I invested so much already. So I'll ask like, how much did you invest? And they'll say, in the last 5 years, 20,000 euros. So yeah, that's a lot of money. 20,000 is a lot. So I know when they say like, for example, we've got goddess weekends, it costs around 900 euros. I know it won't be an excuse because 900 she already paid before, so that's not her limit, okay? So there is no excuse about my price. So it's in beginning of your conversation, get to know what's the financial situation, so that at the end there is no excuse towards you, okay? If they say, listen up, you know what, I've invested so much money lately in similar product, and it was whole 50 euro, then I know we've got a problem at the end. Okay? Then I know I don't need to spend more time, whole hour, most of the time it's an hour conversation, because she's not or he's not ready to invest 1,000 euros, for example. You see? So not to not be surprised, ask some extra questions, write things down for yourself, and then what other questions? So again, the consequences. Imagine they say they earn some good money, they actually have the money, but they say, I need to think about it, you know, I need to think about it. Yeah, this is a very good one. That's actually also an excuse, maybe yes, excuse. Saying, I'm not sure if investing that money will give me enough value for that. That's the only thing they're saying. So again, it's your responsibility to underline the value they're getting for that money. In other words, you go back to consequences. Meaning, you say, okay, it's 1,000 euro investment, and say, I'm not sure, but what are the consequences not making that investment? And you've got the consequences. It's being divorced, it's having a shitty relationship, it's having no money. So you know the consequences, which are much more heavier than 1,000 euro. That's what you need to do. Okay? So put that amount into perspective. Because money, is it 1,000, is it 10,000 euro, it doesn't really matter. If that money will give you value, a lot of value. And not everything is material, you see. Sometimes value can be rest. I'm ready now to pay more for certain services. Why? Because I have a service. I'm not bothered. They will fix it. So because time is so precious to me, I'm ready to pay more for certain services, to spend more with my children, for example. So that's what you need to understand. Money and time is never the issue. It's how you spend your time, the priorities, and the consequences of not investing, of working with you. Okay? That's the thing. And if you can really translate that because every conversation would be different, you will never, okay, it might be happen, but not that much. Happen that somebody will say, I have to think. And if they say I have to think, what do you do? Go back. Or you can also ask, I ask about what? And then you say, oh, I don't know what to say, because they use it as an excuse. And now you're curious, what are they going to think about? And then you go to that, the consequences. Sometimes I will say, listen, is that always your excuse? And they will think and say, yeah, I often use this one. And I say, what are the consequences of that, using that? You know what? I should have changed my job 5 years ago. I thought about that, and I doubted. And now I'm actually stuck again with a shitty boss in the job. So, actually, these kind of things, you remind them about their own bullshit. So that helps, without being rude. You just let them speak. What else do you hear as an excuse? But it's about money. Time, I have to think about this. I have money.
I'm waiting for some other money to come.
Yeah. Well, the same there. I mean, that's the thing. You confront them. Sometimes it's really the reason, and you need some extra time off. Then I still let them sign a document as a sign of commitment, and they get extra month to pay. Sometimes it's 2 months, depending. But because when you sign a document, how small, even here, if you sign now, becoming a member of a FAB, for example, you feel already, oh shit, I need to do something about it. I mean, I committed. Even if it's not always legal, because legally you have, in Belgium, 2 weeks to change your mind, still they feel responsibility and they will find the money. So you have to feel the balance, so you're not pushing. And you only persist when you are really committed to help this person. Because if you will be relaxed, it's okay, think about it. Call me back. You will not call back.
No.
They will not email you. They will not pay later. You lost this person. But worst of it, it's not about the money. You haven't helped this NGO. You haven't helped this family. You haven't helped this woman. You see? So this is your responsibility to stand up and be so sure about what you do, so the other person feels like, wow, she means it, or he means it. They're serious. They're committed to help. If they're committed, they're so sure about what they do. Oh fuck, I'm going to sign it because I feel that, yeah, they believe in what they do. So sales and in you, yes. Confidence is the key in business. People buy from confident people. If you'll be like, if you say, you know, it's important to help families, and I think I can help, maybe. I'll be like, what the heck? Why would I pay €1,000 if you think maybe you can help me or my child? I'll be okay. No, I'll find somebody who's a great psychologist and who will help me. It's the attitude I'm buying. Of course, the content should be great as well, because I assume you are good at what you do. Otherwise, people see through that at a certain point. So, money, ladies and gentlemen, comes from the inner state of certainty. You do need to do that homework before of the marketing, the G-spot, the client, the right marketing, and then you got the sales. And your right marketing will depend on your customer avatar. So if you work with young people, maybe they're on Snapchat. My girls are on Facebook most of the time, like in the 40s. They're not on Instagram or LinkedIn as well. I've got 2 types of clients, so you might have different clients. So separate them. Don't do the marketing for all the same. Have a different marketing strategy. I've got clients, 70% are Facebook, just women like here, you, and then I've got private clients, which I take 4 clients a year max. It's a one-on-one. Then I can find them on LinkedIn, and they pay 10 times the price for 1 session. Because they don't want to be in a group, they don't want to be seen, they don't want the others know their problems. So they're paying a lot of money, and I'm talking about for 90 minutes, 1,000 euro to be coached. But with these women, I'm like, it's not chatting back here. You know, you really work. But it's a different attitude with those clients than when you work in a group. So my language would be different. Approach would be different. So that's why marketing, please separate. In your case, you've got the sponsor, you see, and you've got the one, the NGO itself. So the pains might be different. You partner up with different NGOs who have better access to the money. Go, I don't know, in Europe, it's not that difficult to get grants from European Union, but you need to collaborate with other NGOs. It's a longer way, some paperwork, but again, it's easy money. If you have to earn it another way, or find a way for social entrepreneurs here to earn money, to have a commercial department where you sell at least something to get the working money flowing in. And there again, they use this strategy that we talked about. So whatever you sell, whatever you market, product or services, the strategy would be the same for, the main strategy we talked here is the same. We are all people, we all have our needs and pains and pleasures. Yeah. So write that out. Make your text, your website based on that, on the consequences not working with you, and you'll be able to sell much more easier. Who has questions now? How much time do you have? 10 minutes. Okay, so let's do that. If you have any questions, we can answer. Yes.
So, what if you're not actually trying to solve a problem? Right? Because not all startups or entrepreneurs actually look to give you something that they're looking for.
Yeah.
Might be looking to give you something that you don't even know you need.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, if I take for example, say Rolls-Royce, iPhones. These are all not things that customers needed.
No, it's a pleasure.
Yeah. Customers had to be convinced that you need this.
Yeah.
So in that case, we can't actually tell them, okay, without this is where will you be.
Yeah.
We approach that sort of problem.
The same you do, but the result. For example, when those 4 clients, take Rolls-Royce or iPhone, whatever.
Yeah.
We didn't know we needed it, and apparently now we all need it. So it's a luxury product. It's with all creative stuff is like that. All the luxury products are not really needed. But again, why would a man buy a Rolls Royce? Status. You see. So his pain, hidden one, is recognition, esteem, ego. So you can play on that. If I have some clients who are very successful, and their trigger is not the pain, but the pleasure. Meaning, I want to travel more. I don't have any pain, I don't have any money issues. And if you give me that, that's also enough. You have less leverage to do that.
So you don't sell the product, you sell what the product is supposed to represent.
Yes. Yes. Good or bad. So it's the first one we took the consequences, not taking your product. My life will do anything worse. And or you can say, okay, using that product, there is no bad consequence if you don't use it, but using it, you have 1 hour extra a day. What would you do with that extra hour? Play with the kids, go to massage. That's a pleasure. So it's not always pain driven. Most of the time it will be pain, you have to dig to it, but not with all target audience. So that's the thing. And no, the marketing budget for a luxury product is much more higher because, as you said, we need to convince them. Coca-Cola, like for example, nobody needs Coca-Cola, but everybody's drinking this shit. So how do they do that? They show it all the time. They're marketing it all the time. They talk about friends and family together, and you're like, yay, that's me. Associate yourself with this picture of happy family drinking that shit. So they, okay, and so unconsciously they buy, I mean, they influence you. There was a marketing study, by the way, very interesting, that 98% of choices we make are actually subconscious. So it's influenced by things we see and our surroundings. 98%. So you think you need a Rolls Royce sometimes. Like, I don't know why, but it's a very nice car. I feel it, I need it. Because subconsciously you see a picture of Rolls Royce and being a successful young man. So that's your goal. It could be BMW. It can be an Audi. I don't know. But it's Rolls Royce. So they did a great job of taking that example. Other questions? So apparently it's quite
Selling in a market where people are very price conscious.
Mm-hmm.
So then sometimes services don't make sense unless and until it's for a very large audience.
Yeah.
So like selling in a very price conscious market. Sometimes people can afford it, even then they will travel far.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the need needs to be clarified even more. So they don't even know that, like, I mean, he's talking about it product, but it goes for services also.
True. Yeah.
So for example, coaching.
Yeah.
Coaching as a service, there are many people who need it, and it's sort of people, go to friends or they'll go to somebody who they hold in esteem rather than going to a coach because it's sort of just come about.
Yeah.
So I'm very sensitive about money.
Yeah.
So how do you work with a demographic like that?
Well, if you have your target audience are people who are less fortunate financially, so we have to be careful what they invest. And 10 euros might be a lot of money, 100 euros might be a lot of money for them. So in this case, you cannot really go against the market, meaning you can push and pull, but at the end, people will pay what they can afford. Okay? So that means you have to know what's the maximum you can spend on your type of product or service. And from there, you will build something that you can give for that money. Okay? So you will have to go to bigger audience and then give us a cheaper price. That's the thing. You cannot go above that. You can tell. So let's make a picture, a group picture before we can go. Yeah, thank you. On your knees and falling. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm curious. Can you please take